Hey everybody, it's Scott with the Davis team, back with another Wow Wednesday. Today, this past year, we've seen all kinds of mortgage stuff, real estate stuff, buy down this, buy down that, marry this, date that, divorce this. It's crazy. Everything's a buzzword. What we really need to focus on is ourselves. How do we be better today than we were yesterday? That's kind of what I want to focus on for a little while, especially this last quarter. I mean, if you're here in Northern Virginia, even if you're not, no matter where you are, we have so much to be thankful for, so much to be grateful for. So we want to focus on that. Kind of let's reflect. Let's go back and figure out, how do we overcome? How do we be better than we were yesterday, right? That's kind of our goal every day, is just to get a little bit better. And unfortunately, we're going to have those times where we slip and we're not as good as we were yesterday. And maybe we weren't even as good as we were last year. But we have to overcome, we have to be resilient, and we have to bounce back and take that next step forward, do the next right thing. That's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. I read an article that was done, probably like 20 years ago. And it's just as relevant today as it was back then. It was a survey done on folks who had lost their jobs multiple times, 3+ times. Really, the focus of the interview and the test was to say, okay, how do we make these people? How do we help them overcome? And the results were crazy. The results were people who had been fired or let go or failed or lost their business 3+ times were happy. They were content. They were driven, because they'd fallen, they'd failed, they'd learned, and they'd gotten better. It's cliche, but stereotypes, unfortunately, and cliches are for a reason. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. And that's exactly what this survey or this test had found, that people that had been let go once or twice in their life were despondent. They didn't feel good about themselves. They felt failures, and they let it affect how they interacted with everyone else around them. But the people that had failed 3+ times were like, okay, all right, what happened? This happened. That's not going to happen again. Let's do it again. Oh shoot, I failed again. All right, so that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Let's get better. Let's get better. Let's get better. So it was awesome that the moral of this whole story is embrace failure. And failure is never the end. Giving up is the end. As long as we never give up, we're always going to fail. I'm going to fail. I'm going to screw up. I talk to my team all the time. I need to get better about this too. We're all going to fail. Ask questions. Be better. Just worry about getting a little bit better than you were yesterday, and embrace the failures, because it's not the end. It makes us better. We're going to embrace the failures and keep learning from them. And that's really how we improve as a team, as people, individuals, and everything. We get better by failing. That's how we learn. It may sound ironic, but I'm going to end with, celebrate your failures. Don't get down on yourself. If you fail, I'm like, dang, that sucked. But let's get better. Let's put a plan in place. If there's anything that I can do to help, I've been tweaking my systems for years now, and I'm always trying to get better. In my morning prayer, I don't know if you guys do that, but if you do, my morning prayer is always, please help me be a little bit better than I was yesterday. So hopefully this helps everyone out there, or at least one person out there, strive to be a little bit better than they were yesterday. Anything I can do, guys, please reach out. Scott at the Davis team, 703-209-3138. Have a super fantastic rest of your week, and embrace failure. Bye, guys.